Coach, for my money, it's the best time of the year, playoff football time, as postseason action descends upon FedEx Field just outside of D.C. Coming up, an important divisional round matchup in the NFC between the Chicago Bears and the Washington Redskins. One of two spots in the NFC title game awaits the winner here as we're underway in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And an alley to run. The 40. He's at the 30. 10. Touchdown, Chicago. It's an 89-yard kick return as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. And all the pressure that goes on in these playoffs, but the first score here in the divisional round always very key.
Partner, this team handled it like it was a regular season game, that they were confident in what they were doing, came right out and established themselves early.
Point after, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. So let's try this again. After the kick return, TD, here's yet another kickoff. This will be taken very short.
Let's go. At their own 29-yard line.
Go now. 8, read.
Check 56.
Hey. Hey, echo.
56.
On first down, Kirkpatrick. That's caught by Trey Quinn. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Give them 32 on the play. Well, how about a deep ball on the first play from scrimmage, putting that secondary on notice?
Brandon, all I remember when I was a player is that we always took a test the night before the game about teams' tendencies and what they plan to do. I'm not sure we think deep ball right out of the gate and putting us back on our heels.
Go.
I got it. That's me.
Hey, exit.
Mike's 59.
Joe, jackrabbit, come on.
Throwing on first down. Kirkpatrick. He's going to air one out. This is caught inside the 15. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10.
Go.
That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
First and 10 at the 12-yard line.
Off the play fake. Kirkpatrick. That's complete to his running back, Wilson. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it second down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Whip. Watch the
Hey, wahoo. Ready?
Darius Geis, his first carry of the game. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. They got 5 through the air last play, now 5 on the ground. First and 10.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Yeah.
On the ground, Geis. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. Second and goal from the 1. They'll try to run this one in. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
This Bears defense trying to hold on. This is 3rd and goal.
Hey!
Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
Check, check. Team spill. Go.
Back to throw. Kirkpatrick to the end zone, but it's incomplete. You can already start to hear this crowd. They're saying, go for it.
Yeah, have we ever been at a game where you've heard the crowd go, field goal, field goal?
No, I have not. That's a good point.
Yeah, they always want to go for it, and I think they've got the right idea right now. The way they've moved the ball in this drive, I wouldn't stop that momentum. Go get it.
So, yes, it's only 3, but at least they're able to answer back after giving up the touchdown to start the game.
Yeah, I like the observation there, because getting some points on the board, very positive for them. Feel a little bit better about things, because if you don't score, you potentially have opened the door for them to score again, and then you're down 14.
On the ready.
Mike 51. Let's go,
Squeeze.
Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Let's go.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber. Look at me. Zipper. 5.
On 1st down, they go right back to Cohen. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Watch the run. Watch the run.
Hey, orbit.
Mike 51. Mike 51. I got it.
Go.
Mike
2.
51.
Here's 2nd and 8. This one caught by Ridley. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins' 45-yard line.
And the Bears 1st down.
Here we go.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Watch black motion.
Now. Secret.
1st down, a run with Cohen. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Yep.
They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. He's got the 1st down here inside the 30. And all the way down to the 25-yard line. A good pickup, 17 yards and a Bear 1st down. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
Got it.
Mike 51. Mike 51. Watch the pass.
Quick throw here caught by Gabriel. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Redskins 27-yard line.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Here's a handoff to Cohen running right. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
Let's go, defense. Let's get on the field, defense.
At the 6-yard line.
After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
Set. 50. Plant. Go.
Watch the run. Watch the run.
Ready.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Check through. Big ass, big ass, big ass.
Go.
7-yard line.
Yeah.
Hey, watch the ball. Watch the ball.
Hit it.
On 2nd down now. It's Cohen. And a little bit of space there. Takes it inside the 5 to the 3. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. He may try, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. Mitchell Trubisky, a 3-yard run as he kept it himself. As the Bears push further out in front. Defensively, they told us that the top priority was defending option plays this week, but here on the very first drive, the defense broke down a bit.
It certainly did, and it's really not a surprise because defending option football is difficult. You have to think too much. Most of the time, you just react to what you see and you play fast. Here you're reacting, you're processing. Do I have the back? Do I have the quarterback? Who do I take? Do I take on a blocker? And next thing you know, he's in the end zone.
Ready up.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They've got to be a little shell-shocked. Down double digits at home in the playoffs. Still in the first half. They've got to turn things around quickly. On 1st and 10, Kirkpatrick. He's going to let this one go deep. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Hey, check. 3 down.
To throw again, Kirkpatrick. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Looking to throw. Kirkpatrick. Able to find his running back, Dice. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen, because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a 1st down.
check. Mike 57. Mike 57. Here we go.
Now, let's fight.
On first down, Kirkpatrick. He completes it to Wilson. Another strong gain on the last two plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. So second in inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. Second down in inches. Open man is Quinn. He completes it. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 23.
Hey.
Now a play fake here on first down. Got a man. That's Quinn. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit them, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. Geis, they'll try to run it. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. They were trying to get it there to Josh Doxson, but now it's third and goal.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes third and goal. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Another good drive, Charles, but it looks like another that might end in a field goal try.
They've made some nice plays. They've given themselves opportunities, but as you noted, another field goal attempt coming up. And that's not how they want to end drives. They've got to figure out what's the final touch that they need to push it across the goal line.
Yeah, still yet to find the end zone. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
So the lead trimmed down to 8 as here comes the kickoff, and it's away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And they'll have good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior. Big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Check. Fresno.
Hey, stand up.
Switch. Shit. Watch the shit.
Greystone, travel.
Check 43.
5. Go.
On me.
Ready?
They'll run it here. This is Deontay Foreman. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The 45-yard line.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4.
Go.
A give to Cohen. He heads right. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. Touchdown, Chicago! Tariq Cohen with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Bears are able to show off their quick strike ability. Extra point right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Redskins take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on Divisional Round weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman standing by at Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful Divisional Round weekend. Looking to throw on second down. Kirkpatrick. Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9.
For a rookie first-rounder, he's made a huge impact on this defense, but that tells me that they had a plan for him when they drafted him. Just turn him loose. Do what you do best. Go get the quarterback.
After the sack, they'll come up now, third and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Hey!
Let's go, D. Let's go.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down.
First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here first and 10, right at the 50-yard line.
Hey, echo.
51, Mike. Mike, 51. I got you, boy. I got you, boy. Watch the air.
Look at me. Zipper.
Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
Here we go. Watch out. Watch out.
Hey, exit.
Tight end roll. Tight end roll. Hey. You got three. You got three.
Go. Five.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he gets this one to Ridley, complete. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Hey, lock it.
At the 42-yard line.
2nd and 1. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be third down. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though.
Now.
You got motion, man. You got
Be careful.
They'll look to throw. The catch is made by Riley Ridley. Now the Bears will use their third and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Now we've got a field goal coming up here for Chicago. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. So a favorable bounce that time, to say the least, and he's able to convert the field goal there from long distance.
Yeah, the guys behind the end zone didn't need to hike the net up for this one. That thing was a dying quail, but he finds a way to boink it off the crossbar and make it drop through.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded at the 8. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'm going to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27th. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC Divisional Round matchup as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, a trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Bilal Nichols, credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
Hey, orbit.
Check 59, Mike. Mike is 59.
Back to throw. Kirkpatrick. It's caught by Davis. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Now that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
They'll come up now on a second and long after the hold. From the gun, Kirkpatrick. Josh Doxson's got it complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a first down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Yes.
59. I got you.
Go.
Operating from the gun, Kirkpatrick. It's brought in by Doxson. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. And that one results in 35 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for first and 10.
Hey, Wood.
57, right. I'm going to run you.
From the gun, Kirkpatrick. He gets it in the hands of Geis. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup with someone trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too.
A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Lane. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Now!
Again, it's Cohen. And now where are they going to mark him here? Well, they say he did get back to the 1-yard line, but that could have easily been 2 points the other way. Just thinking ahead of down, if I'm the punter right now, I'm saying, fellas, just get me out to the 3, the 4, maybe the 5-yard line here.
You know what else you're thinking? I'm not taking any steps backwards because you might step out the back of the end zone. That's catch and punt. But if you're running the football now, you've got a little bit of a cushion. Just make sure you take care of it and get what you can and set up the punt.
And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. And taken right at the 35. A big boot that time. 57 yards, the official distance. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah. Will they make up for it? From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
Foxtrot.
Let's bring it.
Throwing again. Kirkpatrick. He's got his running back, Darius Geis. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
Hey. Washington Redskins, 1st down.
Off play action. Kirkpatrick. He's going to air one out. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Go. No.
Look at me. Go.
Show it up.
Go.
Motion. Hey, check motion.
Ready?
They'll start things on first with Torrey Cohen. And just not much to be had there. 1 yard out to the 10. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 10-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Double dog. That's the way.
Rock it.
Cross.
Go.
They try again with Cohen. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14.
Break.
Squeeze, double. Check. Hot route. Hot. Kill.
6-6. Pull it high.
Check nickel.
Get it.
They'll try and run with their fullback. Boy, that's a 5-yard loss. 4th down now.
So, Party, next time we see this coaching staff, I want you to have my back here because that was really kind of a white flag type of a play, almost a little bit of a surrender. Just turn and hand it to the big guy, get what you can, and be prepared to kick the ball away.
Here's Matt Weil now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And it's fielded at the 34. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
On the ready.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line.
Yes.
Man, move it. You got to get that.
To throw again, Kirkpatrick. Dumps it off for Geis. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. On 4th down, Kirkpatrick. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Throwing on 1st down, Kirkpatrick. The 20. Open man right side is his running back. It's complete downfield. A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
Here we go. Set. 30 base. Blue draw Corker.
They'll run with Wilson, and that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll try and run with Wilson. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Redskins are able to cut into that deficit.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it works very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Now all of a sudden we've got an interesting game here. You just saw them go down and score a touchdown. And what was a comfortable lead at halftime, it's down to a two-score game.
And so the obvious thought is they've got to ramp things back up again. They'll get the offense into high gear. But we've seen this before. When you've kind of been in shutdown mode for a while thinking that you're okay, it's hard to mash the gas again and have everything work perfectly. They've got to fashion together a good drive right here and now.
Because defensively, got to be feeling confident. They haven't allowed a point this half. The loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Hey, tight. Yep. Right there. 54. Right there. 54, Mike. Go. Watch the safety creep.
Ready. This is Cohen. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing. Because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
Push him back. Check 9.
Go out.
36. Kill.
They'll keep it on the ground. Cohen. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. On 1st down, Foreman, and he'll run straight into a wall of tacklers at the line of scrimmage. It's 2nd down. The Redskins going to go ahead and use their final timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this 4th quarter.
Go.
Mike 5-4.
Hey, Zoo.
Check pass.
Go.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. He's got Burton here. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him up to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Squeeze.
On 3rd down, a run with Cohen. And he's a long ways into Washington territory before hitting the turf. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what was said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3 and out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here.
Let him know.
Hey, Sam off. Look at me. Zipper.
54, Mike.
A carry for Foreman, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and goal.
Mike 5-4. Let's make these babies cry all the way
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 3rd and goal here as they try to finish off their victory.
Bear. On the ball.
Again, it's Foreman. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Only able to pick up a yard, and that's going to leave him with a long 4th and goal. And for the second time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. And his kick here is good. And that will get the lead up to 14. So they settle for just the 3. But clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt. Obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off. But they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
This will be taken short.
Let's go.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28.
Hey, check, Mike 21.
Throwing again. Kirkpatrick. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Khalil Mack in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. Throwing on 3rd and long. Kirkpatrick. And he's going to go down again. And now following that sack, looks like we've got an injured man down there on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. On 4th down, Presley. That's to his running back, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. Looking to throw. Presley, nowhere to go here. He lost the football. So they stay alive in the NFL playoffs, move on to the conference championship. And do you think that the printing press is starting to get those T-shirts and hats ready, my friend?
They have to, Brandon. They have to be ready because if you win, you've got to hand those out on the field right away. And just think about the pressure for the players now. Families are going to be talking about tickets to the Super Bowl even before you play the conference championship game.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.